I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just to always be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lies, slip and get up. Thinking about the bullshit, leading right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, quick tail catching up. Born into that trench mind, niggas had no straight mind. Only thing we know is break a bitch and push that bread line. Head be filled with crazy shit like shorty, had my head tied like bitch. So now you ain't coming to me about no bedtime. Ain't no keep it real, I really feel like the pressure is really on me. I know pressure is a bitch, but I don't let feelings control me. I know I've been getting colder, my niggas was flaking on me. So I had to burst some bridges at some parties. But don't blame me for it, don't blame me for it. I'm too cheap for it. Just watch me going, no brakes, just keep top speed flooring. Bless me, test me, line me up, I know that I'm the next thing. Praying so don't catch me and arrest me. Hope that every night I make it in my best sleep. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just to always be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just to always be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lies, slip and get up. Even about the bullshit, leading right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, control catching up. Alright, I ain't resist, but don't take my chain. No, you can't search my shit. Know how it goes. These just praying that shit. Give me my chance before my grave is dig. Bless me, test me, line me up, I know that I'm the next thing. Praying so don't catch me and arrest me. Hope that every night I make it in my best sleep. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just to always be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lies, slip and get up. Thinking about the bullshit, leading right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, quick tail catching up.
YGF beats, baby.
Elevate my hustle, gotta get your stress. Cause you the kind of girl I wanna make to my wife. Ain't no point that anyone can make a know they ain't right. They can't tell me how I feel or what could be in my life. For all the miles I kill, told you many times you really mine for real. Cause something about your eyes always shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal. For all the minds I kill, told you many times you really mine for real. Cause something about your eyes really shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal, yeah. Little crazy light, baby, feeling on it lately. Heavy on my mental, so I'm in a booth for wavy. See me, I don't give a fuck, I'm open, I ain't shady. These niggas see it, so they hating. Sipping bottles again, dug in all of the feds. Putting loads inside the cover, we ain't splitting no bread. Getting all these different fabrics off your neck and your head. Hope that karma ain't gon' get me for what's coming ahead. My baby says she wanna love song. 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 I'ma sing her this love song. Sing her this love song. Yeah, I'm singing to you. Elevate my hustle, gotta get your stress. Cause you the kind of girl I wanna make to my wife. Ain't no point that anyone can make a know they ain't right. They can't tell me how I feel or what could be in my life. For all the miles I kill, told you many times you really mine for real. Cause something about your eyes always shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal. For all the minds I kill, told you many times you really mine for real. Cause something about your eyes really shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal, yes. Something really shine for real. Something really shine for real. Something really shine for real. In your eyes it shine for real. For all the minds I kill. Told you many times you're really mine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal. Stick it out with me as you gon' ride. For all the minds I kill. Told you many times you're really mine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal. Baby, is you mine?
YGF Beats, baby.
Elevate my hustle, gotta get your stress. Cause you the kind of girl I wanna make to my wife. Ain't no point that anyone can make a know that ain't right. They can tell me.
Hey, y'all. Hey, smash that like button. Hey, hey. What's good, everybody? Hey, Straight Smoke, Focus Mind, Lady Moon, William Robinson, Elise, Othello. Hey, Willie, Original Intellect. Hey, now, John, my Lisa. Hey, Sammy. Hey, David. What's up, y'all? Good. So I was on, I watch Smoke Channel, and I just be in the chat because, I like to laugh at night at Superman and Smoke because they be funny, Otherwise, like when they're not on the panel, the show, it's fun when Smoke and Superman is on the panel with everybody else because you get to see the his segments, and it just be funny. Hey, my Lisa, love you too. Focus Mind, Straight Smoke. So I go and I lay down and I just watch it. I really be in the chat. I don't really get on the panel on Smoke Channel. I just like to watch it because it'd be funny. But when I'm attacked, I will sometimes pop up there and defend myself. So I got attacked by, I want to say they either Pan-Africans or Moors. Okay, because y'all know I don't do the Moor thing. And I still will fight them till death. Because I don't support what they do. Oh, I got a text message. Oh, okay. I got a text message from somebody. Okay. So these guys are older, so I pretty much get on the panel when it's my generation X, that is. Okay. Generation X. All right. We the millennials, mamas and daddies. But Gen X's get up there acting stupid, saying dumb shit. So calling me an agent and all this stuff. And I'm like, these dudes probably came in YouTube way after me. Okay. I've been here since 2019 and everybody knows that I always worked on my life and who I worked for. Okay. But this is my second part-time job. This YouTube, it's connected with my newspaper. So, anyway, I had this up basically, because I'm coming back at him, and I told Smoke because I know I can respond on my channel. Because everybody that be in the chat, what they don't fail to realize is that all the people I send over there be some of my wire members, some of my colleagues, they go over there and they watch it. And if I disappear, they'll leave, So a lot of them won't subscribe to the channels, but it's all good. But I'm going to stop sending people over there, to watch it, because I don't like them to see me flip out like I did. And I really did. I went in and that part of the segment ain't even shown. So I basically showed this because these are dudes that ran in the 90s. And I'm putting it at $1. Okay. Now, I'm not going to paint my life like I'm this perfect person, like I'm so perfect, because I'm not. I've made foolish, and I think anybody could relate to this. In my lifetime, You know, I have made foolish decisions, but we learn from our mistakes. I made dumb decisions, whether it doesn't matter. I made foolish mistakes, but you learn from your mistakes. Okay. That's how you get better. When you know better, you do better. Because especially when you're young, I'm talking in my 20s, because that's how old I was back in the 90s, you know. So in the 90s, I hung out in the clubs. I didn't have any children. I only have one child now. She's 32, and y'all know that, Mookie. She's 32. And when I was younger, I did go out to the club, because you're young. And I also still worked. I still worked for the state in my 20s. And I would go out to the club, have fun. And I I I did not, indulge in drug dealer life. We have choices. And I was raised to know right from wrong. And this is not to say that everybody that was raised in the hood wasn't raised to know right from wrong. And then when you become an adult, you make your own choices, because you have those instances too. Just like pastors of these prestige churches, their kids get on drugs and sell drugs and do all kinds of shit in the community, in the hoods. Okay. We have family members that are involved in that lifestyle, but it's all about choice. So in the 90s, I, had my baby in 92. And, I stopped going to the club. I went out in the late 80s. Like, I would lie about my age to get in the club. So I lied because I was supposed to be in the club. I was 19 and I was not supposed to be in there in the 80s, the late 80s. And I would lie and I would get in the club. Okay. And because I wanted to dance. They was playing the good music. And there was always Pookie and Ray Ray's in there, drug dealers, my age. Okay. You're talking my era. Because a lot of us lied. They was either maybe 2 or 3 years older than me too, because I lied about my age. And until I was old enough when I had to lie no more. So in that life, you got back in the late 80s, you had people like LL Cool J, Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, all that kind of music was out. And you had Bobby Brown and and then you had, Boys to Men coming in, and then the 2000s coming in. Now I'm old enough to be in a club, and we got Humpty Dumpty, all these different songs in the 90s. Humpty Dumpty, everybody wanted to do the dances, whatever dance was out, I was going. And every week, because I had a job, I shopped. Every week I shopped to go out to hang in the club. And I dressed back in the day because I didn't have no responsibility but myself. And I worked in the business office, like I told you. And honey, when it was time to go out, ladies' night on Wednesday night, I was in the club, and I always had a different outfit because I shopped every week. I got a brand new outfit, brand new pair of panties, brand new everything to wear to the club that night. I wanted to be fly because I was always fly, and I'm still fly. So at this time, we had what you call the grown ass boys selling drugs, okay, in the club, selling cane or whatever, crack, you name it, in the club, outside the club. Some niggas would just drive up to the club, sit in the parking lot, and make their sales right there from the time the club opened to the time closed. We knew what they was doing, but I was still inside the club dancing. Chicks and everything. Chicks I admired, never would thought was on drugs. Okay. They would go in the bathroom and put cocaine on their tongues. And I just wanted to go in there to wipe the sweat off my face, to get myself cute again for the next dance. But you had chicks in there that was taking spoons of cocaine, putting it on their tongue and their nose, and then offering me some while I'm washing my hands. I was like, oh no, I'm about to go outside and smoke a cigarette. No, I don't want none. I don't do that. And they was like, oh, yes. And these chicks was like 5 to 6. They was already in their 30s, right? And their mans was the one selling the drugs. They were what you call the young boomers, okay? Even some chicks my age that was fast asses that hung out with younger boomers, okay? So now, all this time, I'm in college, all right, and working full-time job and a part-time job, okay? And it is what it is. I got my associates and my bachelor's, and then I got my 2 master's degrees. Later on, because I stayed in school for like 10 years, um, in university, between University of Harvard and UConn. So now, all that, and I was strong enough not to indulge in that lifestyle because I knew it wasn't good, and I saw how my hood looked. Girls I went to school, high school with, was already going on their second baby on graduation day. And I was just like, oh, hell no. So I partied all the way till I was 26. From the time my little lion ass could get in a club from like 16, 17, 18, 19, 18, 19. I was 17, 18, 19. Okay. And they had already had kids. Not judging them, but I was not having nobody damn kid. I wanted to dance. It was all about me. So then I finally got pregnant in 92 and I was 26. So I had my doodle. Hey, Queen Mai. And Queen Mai, you went all through this with me. I got pregnant with my boo boo, and she's 32 now. So I worked. I said, oh, hell no, I got a baby. I took her out of a dangerous environment, okay, that I was living in the hood. And I said, I will not raise my baby. And I know every sister that works and did something positive with their life had these same thoughts. Okay. When I grew up in the hood, it was so many of us. And we were poor. Bottom line, we got the food stamps with the nice face on them, colorful food stamp. I remember the colors. So when I grew up, I said, and knowing how we struggled, didn't get new school clothes all the time, but I was still cute. Okay, I was still real cute when I was little. And I said to myself, I will not raise my daughter like this. I literally said I will never be anything like my mother. And I am not like her. I'm totally opposite. And I would never raise my child where we have to be scarce with the food and you got to ask permission to go in the refrigerator for food and do it. I'm like, oh, hell no. I want my daughter to live comfortably. I don't ever want her to experience my childhood. So everything that I didn't have, I made sure she had. And that was me. And I said, because I didn't get new school clothes all the time, because there was so many of us, I made sure my daughter had so many clothes. It was disgusting. If I got an outfit, she got one. Because it was just like that. It was just me and her. And and she would get angry with me as she got older, because if I saw an outfit and I didn't know what color I want, I got her every color that was on the rack. And this is all from working money. I had a job, no drug dealers involved. I was not taking nobody's drug dealer money to spend on my child. Her daddy didn't sell drugs. He was a church boy, by the way, Pastor Parker. I just wasn't doing it. Okay. So every time I got an outfit, she got an outfit. That's how it was, me and her. I kept food in the house, just like now. It's always food in my house. Always. I make sure so that if ever my daughter wanted, if I'm at work, she got bigger. By the time she got bigger, 11, I'm at work. She called me. The routine was when you get your ass in that house, call me on the phone at work. And if I don't answer my phone at work, you leave me a voice message at Smokey. I would get it if I would sometimes miss her, if I had to run to the bathroom at work. Ma, Smokey, I'm home safe. Can my friend come over? I call her up. Not until your homework's finished, and it better be finished. I ain't got no homework. Yes, you do. I got an email from your teacher. God, why you got to email my teacher? Do your damn homework. And if you don't do it, nobody better not be in my house. Bottom line, that's how I was. I was not playing. Oh, hold up. Oh, I'm about to hold up. That was me with my daughter. I was not playing. Yes, Queen. You saw the whole way that I raised your little cousin. Your little cousin. Oh, Brother Wolf, I'm gonna let you on the panel later because then I'm gonna be ready to fight you because I'm ready. I'm ready. We on my channel. We know it on Smoke channel. So you can stick your little butt right there, Brother Wolf, because I ain't finished with you and that other dude because they attacked me the other day and I'm coming back. And Philly dog, if you got some smoke, I will be ready for you too, because I'm not playing. My babies had to come up and defend me because me and Philly disagree with that moving away from the state stuff. But I dare you to step to me, Philly, because I let you have it and then tell you I love you later. Anyway, now we gonna talk about that in a minute. I gotta get back at those dudes that came after me on Smoke Channel because I ain't playing. I'm Gen X. I'm not a boomer. I'm LL Cool J era. We the same age. 50 Cent is a young boomer. I mean, a young Generation X. We're in the same era. Okay. So if I wanted to go with 50 Cent, I could go with 50 Cent because I'm not too old for him. He's in the same era as me. But I kicked him to the curb anyway and decided that if Willie leave me, I'm getting a Chinese man anyway. I'm not dating no more brown men if Willie leave me. I'm going to get a real Chinese man that speaks Mandarin. Anyway, I'm not finished. So it is what it is. I hated the drug dealer lifestyle. I saw what it did to my family. I seen a lot of my family members go to jail and do 5, 10, 15, 20-year bids behind all this horrible community. I did. All right. So now this doesn't apply to every brother that hangs in the hood or that's a Pookie and Ray Ray, but I'm speaking more specifically to the ones that attacked me. Okay. And called me an agent. Now let's get it started. I'm about to get it started right now. I'm not going to hold no longer. So I was accused of being an agent. Okay. Because these Southern boys, because that's who they were, they accused me and said, Southern boys outraged because Sister Bethy voted for a white governor. And I told them, oh, wait a minute, don't leave out the white president because I voted for him in all his terms too. They had, Honorable Daniel Malloy, I voted for him for both of his terms. And I was pissed off because his ass didn't run a third term, but maybe his wife said, no, that's enough. But if he had ran a third term, I'd have been campaigning for him again too. Because as far as I'm concerned, and this is my personal opinion, because I don't know any other, I never really studied and looked in any other politicians for governor for Connecticut. But this one I did. He was very different from everybody else as far as I'm concerned. I think he was a smooth ass dude. He's from Stanford, the same town Candace Owen is from. And this, I really, really loved Daniel Malloy until this day. Although I know he would probably be shocked to learn that I'm a Republican now. Him and Jim Vicevich. they're probably or would be shocked to know, because yes, I am a diehard Republican now, and I have been. I went Republican when he went out of office, and then yeah, you do remember that, huh, Queen Mine? I was going in, and then when Trump came in, I I voted for Trump all 3 terms. I was pissed he lost that second term. It was just like I was ready for like World War VIII when this man lost the second term to Joe Biden. I was pissed. Oh, I was so angry. But we got him back now, y'all. And I still support Trump. Okay. And this is in Connecticut. Even though my state is blue, I'm red, and I proudly went to that damn poll with my red shirt on, ex Willie. I went right to that poll with my red shirt on, no writings on it, and voted for Trump. Okay. So meanwhile, these two dudes talking about I do these obscenery things with white politicians, such as the governor and the president, just saying these horrible things because I voted for them. So now I understand why the North, the South really doesn't like the North. I grew up in the North. I was raised, born, bred. I'm a Connecticut Yankee girl, and my brain is set. Okay. I don't have a problem with the 50 states. I don't have a problem with that system because our ancestors, my ancestors, American Indians, are the ones who, joined the Union. All right. They joined and expanded from 13 colonies, which those what the colonials had. Okay. The Sons of Liberty, and expanded it to the 50 states. There was a deal. It was an admission clause. Okay. And we joined the 50 states. I do not have a problem with the system, point blank, because you need to collect money to make the world go round. What I don't like, and because our people from our community have now been consolidated in with everybody that comes in as a citizen as African people, because our skin is brown. And that's not cool, and it's not good, because when that's done, it totally ignores my true identity. I'm really an American, okay, an American Indian. I'm from this soil. I am not from the continent of Africa. Nobody in my family is. Facts. I'm an Indian from the Americas. I have no ties with Africa at all. So you have these Pan-Africans that are running around who saw the movie Roots and just decided that they're going to start wearing dashikis and start dressing and disguising as Africans because Alex Haley wrote a false book that he stole from somebody else. And then they started promoting that in our community. And this is what they don't understand. My grandmother at the time, she was born in 1931. The movie Roots came out in the 70s, and we all watched it as children and made us sad seeing these people in chains. And it was a throw off for my mother, who was born in 48, and my grandmother in 31, because they were showing this movie as though that was what happened in our history, and that's just not the case. So it really threw our parents off to the point where that was the first time that our grandmother on that day revealed to us, wait, you're not African, you're an Indian. I'm like, oh, okay, because we never identified as black, in our hoods. We just didn't. Black, the word black usage was a threatening word in our community. Facts. So nobody said, oh, I'm a black girl. Nobody said that. And then James Brown came out Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. That's when they started saying it. Yeah, well, I'm not black and I'm not proud. Because number one, my hair is black. My skin is brown. My skin is copper colored. Like, okay. So that's not my race. That it was a label put on all the people that are brown. And because they're saying this is the United States ignorance. Because we're brown, you are descended from Africa. No, the hell, I'm not. I mean, these are people whose ancestors came here in the 1900s, okay? 1900s, and began making policy and placing them labels on people like me, and my ancestors were here. My ancestors were here when they came on Plymouth Rock. Okay? When they came 1492, my ancestors were here. Supposedly they came then, but I really believe it was 1600s. But anyway, my family was here in the 1600s. So how are you going to come here and your ancestors came during these times when my ancestors were here? And then you put this label and every person that's brown, they're from African descent. No, Jesse Jackson. He's not my representative. I live in Connecticut. Where's Jesse from? And who the hell is Al Sharpton? Okay, we've never been in their organizations. All right. So I'm glad that we are able to correct our identities because no, you're not going to take me off my land. So you got these Pan-Africans that was over there calling me names, the B word, this, and I was giving it right back to them. Angry because I support the system, because you can have a decent and live a decent life in this system if you don't become a negative subject. Really, that's a fact. I chose to do what my mother recommended. Finish school, get your high school diploma, go to college or trade, and get a damn job. Until you do that, you are living under my house, and your ass will, I don't care how old you get. As long as you in my house, you're going to abide by my rules until you get a damn job and get your own place. I think that's pretty much across the states with Indians, because my mother damn sure said it to me. I don't care if you are 18 to 21, you're going to come in my house at a reasonable time. So it is what it is. I ain't had my own place yet. But as soon as I got it, I never went back home because my father was tough. And he said, work, get your own. And when you get your own, always pay your bills like nobody else in the world is going to help you. So that's how I lived. Okay. So now, because I decided to choose that route of life in the 90s, you got these old Negroes, I'm trying not to use that word, but I'll just say Nagas or Negroes, all right, who are my age and appear to be bitter, okay? Because I don't want to leave the system. They're bitter. And these are the type of dudes that's my age, okay, in my era, anywhere between age 45 all the way up to like 55 years old, 56, 57. There are bitter dudes that was doing exactly what you see down here in the corner, standing on the block, all right, all through the fucking 90s. Going in and out of jail, okay, and they're my age, and then getting sentenced to 10, 5, 10, 15, 20-year bids for whatever the hell, you know what, whether it's shot somebody, selling drugs, a bus, a raid, or whatever. This is the shit and the life they chose, okay? And I know damn well that that was a personal choice in life, because how the hell I'ma have them rights to go to school and everything, and these niggas don't. They chose to do what they want to do. Now they did these 20 and 30-year bids, right? They walking around in their little Section 8 apartments or apartment building in slippers like that on the left on YouTube, trying to school their fucking sons. And I don't care if the young men are not your direct sons, but when they're in YouTube, you're talking to your son and you're giving them bad advice, from doing the freedom paperwork like Moore's to for real. They get up on the YouTube panels, okay? Bitter, mad. And like I said, they sitting up, they kind of dudes that's running around in their little efficiency apartment or whatever, in them same damn slippers, okay? Probably kept collecting disability because they've been in jail so damn long and it's stupid, all right? Not all, but then they get on YouTube trying to promote that we, okay, pull away from the United States government, all right, and get our own, all right. All right. They ain't got nothing else to do in life. So they go all the way back to the year one and look for some damn land that their family probably sold, or it could have been taken by false taxes. Okay. I ain't even gonna lie about that, because that could be true, and go back and reclaim. They just miserable. So because they're miserable, instead of giving our babies, our sons, better advice, okay, to do, seriously, their sons better advice on YouTube, because ain't nobody pulling out the 50 states, okay, to remove their citizenship. This is what they're telling them: remove your citizenship from the United States, get you a passport with an EIN number, and work that way, and set up a trust, telling you all kinds of wrong ways. Now your ass got an EIN number and you can't get no food stamps. All right. But yet they're not telling you or showing you proof how they living. And they the very ones still home collecting food stamps because they got out of prison. And when you get out of prison, you automatically get food stamps. Them niggas ain't letting them food stamps home. They still sitting in them little apartments that they're in, right? Showing one little dirty room that they're in. Why someone won't cut their cameras on, with them same slippers on with cruddy feet, trying to teach the young men in YouTube that's Bat's age, little cute little Bat. All right, let me just give you an example. You got these niggas over here on the left from in my day, between the age 45 and 55 years old. That's Generation X, right? They done did their bids. They're all pooped out. They can't, they done with doing the nasty with girls, because you don't know if they're laying up with a guy or anything in their house. You just don't know. And they're on YouTube behind the camera in them little dirty slippers, okay, talking about live off the land. No, just because you picked a life, okay, in the 90s while we was going to school, and y'all dissing us because we decided that we want to work, okay? And not only us women, men too. There's brothers that literally took up trades and wanted to do a great life. And y'all are now out of prison, all right? You don't want to work. You sitting home babysitting your cousin's kids and getting a little money for doing that, in them same little dirty slippers that you got from the dollar store, running around giving orders like you a king, like you a king at the head of the house. And you the dude home running around in the little dirty slippers and the dirty old crusty feet with ashy ankles, yelling at the kids, telling them, get over here and sit down, while the mothers is at work busting their ass doing double shifts, okay? And you on YouTube all day, all night calling people names, because when you see positive women making positive moves, you too, and I'm talking to these particular two Pan-African dudes. Woke is the new sleep coming after me. Some other dude. I forgot his name. I don't even know these dudes. Telling me I'm scamming and I'm doing this and doing that. You don't even know me, first of all. Okay? Don't even know me. Ain't gonna try to talk me down. Okay? But yet you been on YouTube like more than 15 hours. And here you got the cute little 25 to 35-year-old drug dealer son on the YouTube, and he is not being taught the right thing that he could do in life. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying in typical situations, this little cutie pie, that's your son, okay, on the right, you could have given him better advice as a father. After you done did your little 20-year bid in prison, now your son done grew up. The one you got pregnant, the woman you got pregnant, while she, and you left because you had to go to jail to do that 20-year-old bid. Now here come your little junior, as you come in your little crusty feet out with them slippers coming out of jail. Here your baby son, 25 years old, getting ready to go in jail, giving you a high five on the way out the damn door. And now he's getting ready to do a 10-year bid. Because when you get your little 5-minute call with him and your little visit with him in prison when he was little, he's starting to get wild and grown when he turned around about 11 or 12 years old. You trying to school him about the game while you in jail. Talking about, listen here, little man. Listen here. Yeah, I'm your dad. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go hit up Ray Ray, and he gonna take care of you while I'm in here doing this bid. You fucking idiot. That's the best you could tell your son. When you should have told him, nah, man, I want you to go to college. I want you to be a better man than me. And now they all on YouTube looking up at you like you some damn idol. But they didn't see them crusty feet. They ain't see them crusty feet. But these babies is learning because they millennials. Not all of them. Not all the brothers in YouTube are into the life you was into, that are like you. Some do it, oh well, that's their choice. But I'm speaking specifically to you and the other dude that was on the panel. Woke is the new sleep. And whoever that other country bunkin was, you telling them, you teaching the 25 to 35-year-olds, that's millennials, oh, pull away from the system, live off the land. Homeless people do it all the time. Hell no. I want my heat, hot water, and everything. My personal bed. Just because you live in a miserable life, you want to drag people into yours. And then you get mad because women like us don't want to get down with you. Now, do I think that there's a problem with the system? Yes, I don't hate the system, but there's been a problem with the system for years, which is why I'm promoting starting another state, so that we can have a better representation in DC, because we're not getting it right now from our current members. So yes, I am launching off throughout all 50 states that we start another state. And guess what? We don't want you to come with us. We rather leave you in the hood, because everybody that live in the hood and on the skirts of the hood are not bad people. All people are not bad people. And I'm not talking about creating a new state based on the admission clause for just people that look like us. Because if I'm gonna do that, we might as well just keep the hood. We don't want your behaviors in our state, new state that we create. We want to make better ordinances. So all people of all races that are sick of their current state government, whether it's local, municipal, um, at the state level, if you're just sick of them, it's not a bad idea to start another state where you have much more control over your tax dollars. For real. Another state, because these current politicians are not working out for our best interest. So I'm down for that. I'm down for that. But I'm not talking about leave the system. I'm talking about admitting another state where we can run it. And we don't have to worry about voting because we're going to put our people in there to represent us that we know is going to do it right. So, yeah, it's time for another state to be admitted to the union. That's what I'm on. Y'all niggas mad because I want to do something different. And I'm not like y'all. I don't want to be like y'all. And then you tried to redirect the story to say that I've applied this to all the Pookie and Ray Rays in the hood. I'm talking about y'all too. I got Pookies and Ray Rays in my family. I love my family, but they need to get it right too. I don't want my child growing up in an environment. Look, you complaining about the hood, but you forgot you made it that way. Your drugs is what brought down the hood. You sold drugs to our people and brought them down. And then you want to bring the white man in there. Don't no damn white man live in our hood. So you're angry and bitter with them nasty slippers on and crusty feet. Talking about women like me. I'm an agent because I supported white men to be in office. Well, what the hell else you want me to do? Yes, I did support him. You wasn't running for office. And don't talk about that guy, Cornel West, that looked like Don King. I already tried. I gave one black person, okay, brown, one real African American, because that's what I'm not. Obama, I already gave him a chance. So now I'm not going there again. His administration was disgusting. I gave a brown guy a chance. And I didn't vote for him because he was educated. I just voted for him because he was brown. And we never had one. Never will make that mistake again. And don't get mad because I didn't work with Cornel West. I don't want no damn Don King president sell out. Hell, if that's the case, I might as well just embrace Jesse Jackson and Benjamin Franklin looking Al Sharpton. Hell no. I don't like them. So I picked who I thought would be the best candidates to be my state governor at the time he ran and my current president. My choice. And you don't like it. You didn't run. What you mad because I did? And then you talking about coming together with all these other foreign races of people that are brown that can't stand us. No, thank you. I'm good. I like diversity. And our new state is going to be white people, Chinese people, all shades of people. We are thinking commonly alike. We have common thoughts. It's time for a new 51st or 52nd damn state or 53rd state. It's time. That's the only way we can get away from the current Congresses. We get to pick our own new one. Because we're going to make sure it's an area where nobody's jurisdiction to oversee our new state. We want our own goddamn representatives and our own new mayors. And we're not going to stop. They did it in Oklahoma. Yeah, they got a new city. No, we want a new state. Fresh start. Same businesses in the community, and you better believe that there's going to be a lot of businesses that's in these inner cities that's going to be like, you know what, let's get the fuck out this state and go to the new state that was admitted and do our business. We're going to openly welcome them. We're welcoming anybody who wants to get away from the current representatives that they have now. And it makes sense to do that because, like I said, I don't hate the United States. I don't like how we're being represented by our politicians. And don't send me no damn notice letter in the mail talking about you want to meet me, because you had all my life to do that. You know, when I make these segments, next thing you know, I got something that slipped under my door. I don't want to meet your ass. I want a new state, bottom line. And it's my inalienable right to do so. So we passed out all them damn flyers. So that was the issue that I had with them. And because of my mindset, all right, and they're angry because I actually did something. And I don't care if nobody don't like this. I was able to gather hundreds of people to join our tribe so that we can do something positive together. And we did. Land in 5 states. That's phenomenal. And people don't like it. And I don't care if you don't like it. All I'm worried about is the heart of my tribe members, not you Rudy Poots that ain't doing nothing. Because some of y'all been in here 20 years. And then when I throw it back in your face, well, what the hell you doing? Then you go show a little video of you outside just talking to somebody. Or frying some damn chicken outside. Like that's gonna do it. No, real shit. Let's own stuff. Yeah, I know they took our lands. Yeah, but let's just go and buy it. We like doing things the right way. And who knows how things will turn out. And y'all don't like it. I don't want to do business with other foreigners. Why? I want to do business with United States citizens. And I told y'all this the other day. People who are United States legal citizens that were born here, they're indigenous to the 50 United States. Maybe not to the soil. I'm double that. I'm indigenous to the soil, but I'm also indigenous to the United 50 States because I was born in one of the United States, which happens to be Connecticut, a colonial state. Not all the states are colonial states, but I was born in a colonial state, Connecticut. And I've been here all my life. So I guess I can be called a Indian from the north because I'm indigenous to the 50 states, but in the north. Although my family come from the south, so I do have a history of heritage here. But I'm a Southern Indian by blood that migrated or emigrated to the north for industrial jobs. And my ancestors, who were Indians, fought on both sides of the war. Some of my family did not want to leave the South, so they fought with the Confederates. I have the records, and some joined the Union. My dad's family. So, hey, it is what it is. This is my country. I'm an American. I'm proud to be an American. I don't want to do no damn freedom paperwork because I don't need to. This is my land. I've been there and ain't going nowhere. I don't want to visit. I don't want to visit anybody else's country. I don't even want to go to the islands for what? We already have beautiful beaches throughout these 50 states. Why do I need to go to an island to lay on the damn beach? I don't even like the beach, to keep it above. I like lakes better. I love my country so much that I don't want to go nowhere else. And that's my choice. I don't even leave my damn house. To be honest, as I age, I don't even leave my fucking house. I'm here all day at work. I don't even leave. Only time I go out the house is to go to the gas station or to the grocery store. That's how much I love my country, being home in the privacy of my own home. So you goofy dudes can kick rock. So now there was a man from a Slavic nation named Rob Noxious, who was angry because I was able to go to the museum up in Boston and collect this valuable information. He's angry. From the Slavic nation, and he goes around trying to determine who is who on our land. Mind you, he's not one of the sons of liberty. Yet he runs from panel to panel. Obviously, he's angry. And this is a European guy. He's from one of the Slavic nations. When you pull this information, this is not Merriman Pete. This is in Boston's historical society. And these Sons of Liberty told and wrote in history, recorded what they did to disguise themselves as one of the Northern Indians who happened to look exactly like me. And I'm going to read it. Disguise of Sons of Liberty. What they had to do in order to look like a Northern Indian. The Narragansett Indians. That's one state away, Massachusetts. Then don't forget, you got the Pequots here in Connecticut. We all look alike. I'm not one of these particular Indians. The Indian family I'm from is from the South, but we move here north. In an effort, now, these are the Sons of Liberty who are white men. And it says, in an effort to hide their true identities, many of the Sons of Liberty attempted to pass themselves off as Mohawk Indians because if caught for their actions, they would have faced severe punishment. Reports from the time describe the participants as dressed as Mohawks or Narragansett Indians. The disguise was mostly symbolic in nature. They knew they would not be recognized as non-Indians. The act of wearing the Indian dress was to express to the world that the American colonists identified themselves as Americans and no longer considered themselves British subjects. That's British slaves. These are white men who were slaves. They were subjects to British. Go look it up. Subjects. These are white men who said, we are no longer your subjects. So now, just going to pause there for a second. This is kind of like what these black Moors that are running around doing. They want to let the United States know that they're no longer their subjects. But we're not subjects. We're citizens. And we get to pick our jobs. The British subjects didn't get to pick their job. They did what they were told to do and work where they were told to work. We are citizens. We fill out applications for jobs in competition of other citizens. We get to open businesses and do all this kind of stuff, our inalienable rights. So now, right here, you know who the slaves were in these colonies, because at this time, this is what they did. They said, look, we are no longer your subjects. This is what the white guys did. They dressed themselves up like Indian. They were not dressed as Indians in the classic sense with headdresses and full authentic regalia. Rather, they wore wool blankets, match coat style, painted their faces with soot. They put black coal on their face. Just that alone tells you that the Indians are dark people and many shades from dark to light. Because if you're white and you got to put black stuff on your face to make you darker, that's how you had to look like an Indian. They were not dressed as, okay, we already did that. They were not dressed as Indians in a classic sense with headdresses and full authentic regalia. Rather, they wore wool blankets, matched coat style, painted their faces with soot. Look up soot. And employed other modes of dress, commonly known at the time as Indian dress, which had been adopted by soldiers during the French and Indian War. Now, an observer, this is an observer of the Boston Tea Party, John Andrews. He wrote the following in 1773. He wrote this. Mind you, there's black governors up in Mass and down here in Connecticut. Okay? Indians. They say the actors were Indians. Whether they were or not, to a transient observer, they appeared as such. They appeared as though they were Indians, whether they were or not. Meaning, they had faces dark. We don't know. Being clothed in blankets with the heads muffled and copper-colored countenances. Copper-colored countenances. This is what an observer, John Andrews, observed these damn dudes and gave his description. Again, an observer of the Boston Tea Party, John Andrews, wrote the following in 1773. He wrote this. They say the actors were Indian. They were acting like they was Indians. Whether they were or not, to a transient observer, they appeared as such, being clothed in blankets with their heads muffled and copper-colored countenances. That's your damn face. Because they mix that. They know how to make their skin dark to look like Indians. Those are the pretendians, Lex. These are the pretendians. They disguise. That's why it says disguise of sons of liberty. And being armed with a hatchet or axe and pair of pistols, nor was their dialect different from what I conceive these geniuses to speak, and their jargon was unintelligible to all but themselves. Now, here's George Hughes. He was a Boston Tea Party participant, one of the Sons of Liberty. He's telling you now what he did. George Hughes recorded the following. He said, it was now evening, and I immediately dressed myself in the costume of an Indian, equipped with a small hatchet, which I and my associates denominated the tomahawk, with which and a club, after having painted my face and hands with coal dust in the shop of a blacksmith. So he went to somebody's damn shop, got dressed and painted his face up and shit. I repaired to Griffin's Wharf, where the ships lay that contained the tea. Now listen what he did. When I first appeared in the street after being disguised, I fell in with many who were dressed, equipped, and painted as I was. So they all was painted like these Indians. And who fell in with me and marched in order to the place of our destination. He saw these dudes dressed like him too. They was all dressed like the Indians and shit. Pretending those are the pretendians. And blended in and marched on to their destination together. The problem is, and I can tell you what the problem is with the Sons of Liberty, okay? Because we got a whole list of them. Now, they didn't say all of the Sons of Liberty, but many of them did this shit. Many of them. And here's their list in alphabetical order, but just hold on. But the only problem I have with that is the Sons of Liberty forgot to stop disguising. They ain't even put the coal on no more. They just Indian. They forgot they're not Indian. Okay, you said you was American and no longer a British subject, but that's cool. But now you forgot to stop disguising as Indian because you took off the suit and stuff. But I digress. Anyway, let's get it. So you can see, let's see. Let's go here. These are the Sons of Liberty. I just wanted you to see a bigger picture of it. I'll make it real big. See, an alphabetical list of the Sons of Liberty who died. Let me see, who died at Liberty Tree, Dorchester. Oh, they was in Dorchester, Mass. August 14th. 1769. And see, the beautiful thing about this, a lot of millennials these days, they don't read in cursive. Adams, Samuel Adams, John Adams, these were attorneys. Avery, look at these last names. Ben Austin, Ayers, Joseph Ayers, Abbott, Sons of Liberty. But it's funny how a lot of these names end up on the damn Dawes Rolls. Y'all Sons of Liberty need to be green. All these last names. I'm gonna put this in the chat. You can have it. Copy, because I want you to have it. This is very valuable information. Because it helps us as a people. They had to look like black people in order to be an Indian so that they can get on the ship and throw the damn tea over. So there's the link right there, and you could blow it up. I already printed it down. It's wonderful. You could read it. Francis Johnson, Deacon Jones, Edward Jarvis, Joseph Jackson, Duncan Ingram, David Jeffries. These are the Sons of Liberty. Now, I don't know. Now, this is in 1769. So now I would have to really talk with Chief. I don't know, because are these black guys? I don't know. I do not know. Are these black Europeans? I don't know. I truly don't know. But they have a lot of the last names that people walk around with right now. Green, Gardner, and a lot of them married in to Indian women and got their damn land. I'm keeping it about. Pitts, a lot, Peck, Parkins, Parker. But this is here in the north. The Mass. Up in Mass. But just like we move around, so do these people. Some of these people move down south, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts to down south. Who knows? They're all over the place. Jenkins' last name. These could be black Europeans, or I don't know. This is something that got to be researched. But these are the Sons of Liberty, honey. It's a whole bunch of them. You could count them. When you count them, get back to me to give me your number, because I ain't counting nothing. So now, Rob Noxious, the Slavic guy, got upset. He got so upset because I was able to go into Boston Archives, Historical Society Museum, and pull out their truth. That's primary source information. They can't lie because they could be sued by Indian families. So there is truth to it. And when they see something like that, especially Pan Africans, oh, they get so angry. So they put up, oh, it's the black race. Well, that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is these white guys, or who had very fair skin, had to put coal on their face to look disguise to be like Indians. They had to disguise themselves like Indian is what you're missing out on, you Pan Africans. And a lot of them, like I said, are island Jamaican boys. The simple, most important thing about that, they had to use black coal. The other guy mixed a little something with it to make his skin look copper color, like mine. I'm copper colored. Look up copper. I'm not black. My skin is not black. Look at the color of my hair, which is black. Then look at my skin. I am copper colored. And the dude that told you what he did, he mixed it so he could make his skin look copper colored. So what they had to do to look like me. Sorry, Pan Africans. Sorry, Rob. So he was very outraged. And he called me names, and I just cussed him back out. But that's all I wanted to say. And what I had to say about those two dudes that wouldn't cam up. And shout out to my boy Big Chief and Wild Savage for stepping up. Because they knew what I mean. They knew that I wasn't personally talking about them. Okay? I'm speaking about these niggas in my age era. Okay? That be up on YouTube giving very bad advice to the little Pookies and Ray Ray when they should be giving them better advice. Better. But up here, and they're still giving them bad advice. And it just disgusts me every time I hear them with this freedom paperwork that Anton be talking about, but they be shutting his ass down every day. But that's why I like to watch Smoke's channel, because it'd be funny. But anyway, I've been rambling for an hour and 15 minutes. Hey, St. Louis, you was there. Pretty much everybody was there. And I'm going to stop just sending people over there because I don't want my colleagues. A lot of them really are not entertained by that type of behavior. It's disturbing to them, but I do try. And those that go, they'll go in there and then they just immediately leave out. But it's okay. I watch it to laugh at men my age, okay, and my era that are bitter and angry and want to drag the whole world with them. I'm not, and putting my feet in no dirt and go put your hands up in the air and stand. And look, all this piss and shit from dogs in my community around here. I live what you call in the White House, all these little dogs shitting in the grass. I ain't putting my feet nowhere but in the shower when I get in my damn shower and wash properly. Go to another area, remote area, and connect with the ancestors that read. Man, you know what? Look, I'm not going to do things where the FBI come in and take me and put me in a facility for the crazy people. So I'm gonna open my live stream up and wait for y'all. I'm gonna play a song. Give me a minute. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Y'all could come up and bring the smoke because I want it. I want it. Let me pin it to the top. You're not gonna come up here porn bombing me because I'm not gonna let you on. Very careful of that now. But you could go ahead. Let me see. Play a little music. Let's get some jazz going. I'm ready for y'all. For y'all now. I want the smoke. The link is pinned to the top. Come on up. I see y'all. You can cut your camera off if you want. You don't have to leave your camera on if you don't want to. Is that you, Brother Wolf?
Yeah, this me, Sister Beth.
Okay.
It's me,
Let me
Curtis.
turn it down. Hi.
Hey, I'm in
Uh-oh.
the chat.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
No, you
All
ain't in
right.
trouble. You ain't in trouble. You did what you had to do. I heard all that cussing and fussing last night. I said, oh shit, it done went down.
But I don't think that was last night with
Was it? It
me.
was last.
No, that was somebody else. That wasn't me. I was the night before. I don't even think that
Yeah, the
video
night
was allowed to
before.
be loaded up.
That's when you went on Bat's channel.
No. I was
No.
on Smoke's channel.
Oh, they. That's
You talking about last night, Sister Betty?
I wasn't on last night. I was on the night before when I cussed
before.
those guys out.
Yeah, you did. That's
Oh,
when.
see,
That's when Rob Bourne was on there, right?
I don't know. I wasn't on it last night. I
Yeah.
watched it
Well,
and
Rob.
chat and then fell asleep.
What day was Rob Bourne on there?
I didn't even know Rob Bourne came around still.
Oh yeah, he was on there too. That mug was. Ugh. Anyway, you did the right thing. You handled your business and you straightened it out. These guys is. I don't know if they just mad. I don't know. I just don't. At this point, with all the information that you guys have shown between you, BAP, Holiday, uh, A1,
Dane.
Dane. I mean, come on. It's a lot of people showing the same shit. Eventually, I'm just saying, eventually, Chief, that something need to register with these people and say, hey, something is maybe I'm going down the wrong path. And the one young boy said, well, my daddy was an African, granddaddy said he was African, it's on the census as he's an African. Okay, then you're one out of 20,000 people that can trace their genealogy to an African, but the rest of us haven't. And so at this point, it comes. It's frustrating for you. It's frustrating for a lot of people because it's the same regurgitated mess, arguments, arguments over Busta Rhyme and just all that nonsense, man. Who gives a flying purple people eater about Busta Rhyme? I don't. Who gives a flying purple people eater about Fat Joe? I don't. These people. What I'm saying is a lot of people make these people their gods. That's the bottom line. I care less about all them fools because they're not doing nothing in my life. Have I bought an album of Busta Rhymes? I don't know. I may have back in the day, but at this point, at 61, soon to be 61, hello, somebody. At this point,
Hey, young
at this
boomer.
point, at this point, I don't care about them. I mean, we argue. Our people argue about the most ridiculous shit. Excuse my language. Most ridiculous. If you right, you're right. If you're wrong, and we get mad over information. everybody's information is not going to be the same. Everybody's information is not going to be in accordance with your information, my information. But we got to become able to say, okay, bro, let's draw the line in the sand. You believe what you believe. I believe what I'm going to believe. I know what I know. I know what I know, and keep it moving. But all that back and forth rigmaroles and fighting and calling people names over information, it is childish. I'm just I'm just saying to me, I'm saying about me. It comes to a point where you know that you ain't gonna be able to convince everybody, and everybody ain't gonna follow on your wagon train. Those who are with you gonna stand with you no matter what. Those who are not with you is not gonna be with you. It is what it is. Keep it moving. We can do great things with a handful. You don't need everybody to be in accordance. But for them to call you names and call you a bit and all that old unnecessary, that's disrespectful. We are the most disrespecting people that I know. Our people disrespect everybody. They disrespect the ones that's trying to be positive. They just disrespectful, and there's no need for it. Man, I just get frustrated. Sometimes I don't even turn on YouTube. Sometimes I just, man, it is what it is, because it's just frustrating at this point. All these many years, and we still circling our tail, circling our tail, doing the same shit, having the same conversation. And I heard Rob Bourne, when Rob Bourne cussed you, I was like, man, Rob Bourne, I don't know why they always allow Rob. I know why. He creates views.
I didn't know. I wasn't on when Rob Bourne was on there.
Well, maybe this is an old video. What it was on Bab's channel. He was Rob Bourne was on there, and he was talking shit. And you was telling him, you read something about the white. You had something that you just read on there, and it was powerful. And you like, look, this is what happened. You were talking about. I tell you what you're talking about. You were talking about the senators in the Carolinas that were black during the 1870s. You were talking about that. I know that that's
Oh
the shit.
yeah, I remember that. That was on Bap channel. That was like maybe 3 years ago though.
Oh well, it was. Maybe I was on the wrong shit. Then I was listening to it.
That's about a long time since the last time I seen Rob Bourne. Maybe about 2.5 years ago.
Hey, well, I mean,
But
I was listening.
generally he's nice to me, but he gets in his moments where he want to talk crap, and I just give it back to him. I'm not going to shut up because
Yeah.
these niggas are in my era. They're my age. But what I won't do is get on a panel with no more damn millennials arguing with them, because
No,
that's
you don't
like
have.
arguing with my daughter. I mean, I
Yeah.
got a niece in the chat right now that's 40 years old, you know,
Hey,
my
niece.
biological niece, and
Hey,
I
niece.
said, I got a reality check. I can't be arguing with my babies,
No, you
you
just
know?
keep it moving. You know they own that, like you say, they own that Pan African stuff. Let them be on it. It is what it is. At this
Yeah.
point, you gonna pull the ones who's willing to learn from you and learn from Callaway and everybody else. That's the ones that you deal with. But the rest of them little hothead talking trash, and no matter what you say, they gonna say that you a lie. And man, come on, man, come on,
Yeah, I know.
come on.
And I'm like, I don't even know these dudes. And you know what? I probably do know them. And they're just won't turn their camera on, you know. And they, so busy calling me an agent, which makes me say, well, damn, only an agent is gonna hide his face.
Right.
You
But
know, when I
you
came in YouTube, they knew where I work and who would I do for my personal life.
yeah.
And you won't even turn your camera on,
But
either because you calling me ugly, and then you're 8 times more uglier than anybody that ever stepped up on the piano. A lot of
that's
these dudes
yeah. That's just
is
a
hit.
personal attack. That's just a personal attack to get a rise out you. That's all that shit is. People do say stuff to get a rise out of people, and that's how it is. Somebody want to say X, Y, Z, and they gonna say it, and you gonna get you. They know that's gonna fire you up. You just had to. Sometimes you just overlook. Well, okay, bro, I'm good with you. I'm out of here, man. You have a nice night. keep pushing. That's all. Our people are terrible, man. I
Yeah,
just
they terrible. They be on getting drunk and
yeah,
high on the panel. They be pissy drunk by the time they, you like 3 hours into the segment, and these is niggas up on the panel talking about, oh, we need to get our own shit, pull away, get our damn land back. Okay, now, all right, you want me to us to give up our careers because you chose a bitter life back in the 90s with your ex crackhead drug addict ass and start a new world. Hell no. You go. I don't want to do business with you.
you know what, Chief? That's just conversation.
It
That's just
gotta be
that's
because they ain't
talking.
doing shit.
That's just a talking point. Or we need to do. We. Ain't nobody doing that. Nobody doing that. That's just a talking point.
Hmm.
That's all that
Pretty
shit is.
much.
That's all it is. I've been around on this platform, these different platforms for years, and I hear the same thing. We need to do our own thing. We need to start our own. Man, that shit is not happening because nobody has the knowledge enough to do the shit. Let's just keep it 100. That's the frustrating part. Some ideas sound good. Okay, put it on paper. Let's see how it's going to manifest itself. How you going to push forward to make this thing happen? It is difficult to do what a lot of these. So a lot of the new woke is the new sleep, as you was just saying. Or new sleep is the new woke, however you want to put it. We need to focus on our indigenous status and get that shit corrected and walk proud. That's a big punch in the mouth for a lot of people. If you ain't went to the Social Security Administration and fill out an SS whatever for, if you ain't did none of that shit, you need to shut up. A lot of people need to shut up because they ain't did nothing. I'm telling you, if you ain't went to the Social Security Administration and drop that document and change your status inside the Social Security Administration, quit talking. I did it. I did it shit 3 years
I
ago.
did it. I been did it.
Yeah, I did the
But
shit 3 years. It's certain things that you can do to let them know that you're woke. Let you know who you are. They can't deny you. I mean, I feel bad for our people because our people we disrespect, and it's Caucasians in the background listening to this shit. They listen to it, and they know that if we fussing and bickering amongst all them niggas ain't doing shit. That's what they say.
that's a fact. We are, we are, but then you get those that come, oh, you messy. Oh, I'm messy. I'm doing work. No, I'm messy because I'm not dealing with you. I don't
That's
want to
it.
deal with you. I'm
Stay in
messy
your
because I don't want to deal with you and consolidate what you know.
stay in your own
Do
lane.
it. Go get your own tribe, a group of people to work with you.
Yeah, stay in your own lane. And this is
Facts.
this is for all the brothers. If you get on Facebook and fire up a joint on Facebook, shame on you. You talking about
Hey, it is. It
building.
is what it is.
You talking about building, but you're smoking weed on face on me, not on Facebook, on YouTube. Come on, man. That is some bullshit. If
It
I'm gonna
makes
get
us
high
look
at my
really
house, I ain't
bad.
gonna get high. I ain't gonna get high. I ain't gonna drink no liquor in front of nobody because I'm trying to project a persona in the public that when you do that kind of stuff, it takes away from your how can I say, it takes away from your character.
Yeah, it does. It really make a bad fella out of yourself. At least
Man,
turn the camera off. But it's
yeah,
just like when we do it at our age, people at our age, we're not. We got to remember that we're on the panel with the majority of our kids, even though they're not our kids directly. But when you're talking millennials, they are our kids. That's why I said I can't do it. I can't argue with them no more. Now, when Gen X come up, I'm coming. I'm coming to you. I truly am. You're not gonna talk and say what you want to say to me. When I know that you're the bitter nigga from the 90s that fucked up the community. And now you up here bitter on YouTube, um, talking to the millennials instead of telling them something positive to do. You right there smoking with them live. You ain't making nothing better for them.
man. We
You
like I say,
asshole.
we
Let
we
me
we
let
okay.
curious. Let me let I
I'm off.
think Brother Wolf was. Hold on, no, stay right there.
No, I'm getting
Um,
ready to go
br-
get something to eat, Chief.
oh, go ahead, honey.
I've been working all day. I just wanted to
I
chime in.
know.
I
Yeah, I just
promise.
got off at 2:30.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be on too long, but as long as they want to bring that smoke, I'm willing. I'm willing because I'm on my channel now. This is not Smoke Channel. That's my boy.
Okay.
But I'm on my channel now. Brother Wolf, you had something to say, and then I know Big Dog had something to say.
Yeah, Sister Betty. I, what I wanted to say is that I wasn't on the panel when you was live. The other, I got on OTK channel last night, and I got on Smoke channel last night, and I was arguing with OTK and a couple guys over there, and then I got on Smoke channel when he got live and did basically the same thing. So I never spoke to you because I don't get on these panels a lot. It's very seldom that I come up and get on panels and speak. You know what I'm saying? I rarely do that. So and then I would never attack you because, I always rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember me back in the day. I remember you before you even had a panel when you was over there on Chief Holiday
That's who I was with.
platform.
That's
Yeah,
who I was
you
with,
know what
Chief
I'm saying?
Holiday. Mm-hmm.
I remember when OG Philly got his channel. You know what I'm saying? That's how long I've been around. But
Yep.
I didn't attack you. It was some other guys.
No, it wasn't
I
you.
never.
It was that woke who sleep, and then the other guy from the south. I don't know who that is. Oh, Big Dog fell off. He must have had to answer his phone. Oh, that wasn't you. It was some woke is the new sleep. This was the night before. It wasn't last night. I saw you last night. I was in a chat when you were on the panel last night, and Superman came up in there, and lightened it up a little bit more. Oh, there go Big Dog right there. Superman came on and lightened it up a little bit more, but you was trying to tell the dude to, you know what you was talking yesterday. I was in the chat the whole time, then I fell asleep. But I didn't even
Yeah.
see a part where you were arguing with OTK. I had fell asleep at that point. But this was the
No,
night
that was
before.
before.
This was
Oh,
the
okay.
night
See,
before. You wasn't on the panel. This was the day before yesterday. It wasn't yesterday.
yeah, because I was trying to figure out like what I do with Sister Betty. I mean, I never
No, you didn't do
I
nothing to
never
me.
said anything about you in the chat on the whenever I came on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't come up on these platforms very often. You know what I'm saying? I just come up every when I want to have something to say or when I got something to say. But other than that, that's about it. I respect you. I respect you, your channel and your information and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So ain't
I
no beef
appreciate
right here.
it. No, I know it wasn't you. I was saying that it was that woke is new sleep and some other country bunking dude. I don't know, but they obviously somebody sent them there and to attack me because they do that. A lot of Moors do that. They'll send in their little pit bulls after me because they mad. They don't. A lot of these brothers don't like educated women that put their feet on the ground and do something with the community. They don't like it. It bothers them, and to me, they're bitter because they have not done what I have done, and it is what it is. We're on our last. We just finished our last state, North Carolina, buying land. We got land in 5 states. Yeah, we purchased it. We didn't go to the government and get our land back like all what they're teaching. We just did a positive thing together, and a lot of people don't like it and they're mad. Women too. Women are angry and bitter, and it's a shame because a lot of these women are in my era and they're um you know promoting and advising these young millennial brothers like BAP age, to do the shit that they do. And it's not good. You're a bad example of a mother if you're, edging these young men on to do this. It's not right. It's wrong. It really is. And it's sad. Our young millennial men do what they're doing in YouTube because there's just brothers on there to make them feel that it's okay what they're doing, and it's not. And that's where it hurts my heart at, because I know they have potential to do a lot of great things. But when you got these 1990 running niggas that was just negative, influencing them to do, scammy shit with the IRS, because the IRS is getting ready to crack down on them Moors. And I'm telling you, and I just want to see it. And I can't wait to see it when they crack down on the ass, because they know that they're doing fake shit with the UCC code. And I know it's coming. I already seeing the articles on it. They know it. And they're coming for them. And I hope they do. So that the young millennials could see that these brothers that's on there teaching them this stuff is not right, and it's wrong. Perhaps they'll start arresting them. So you got it, big dog. Sorry about that.
No problem, Sister Becky. I got a lot of patience. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you staticky. Where you going, big dog?
I'll get some fruits and vegetables for my family. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, it's staticky.
Hold on. Mic check, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's staticky, but that's all right. We just got to deal with it.
Yeah, first, much love and respect, Sister Becky. I come up to defend myself. I've never disrespected you, even though we disagree on politics. I have never disrespected you or called you out your name or any of that. You know what I mean? And
I was just picking on you in the chat. I know that, big dog.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I was just picking with you.
And I just wanted that clear, because I'm not a guy that disrespect a woman. I disrespect a brother quicker than I disrespect a woman.
No,
I
I
wanted to
know
get
you,
that
big
clear first.
dog.
But Sister
No,
Becky,
I was
also,
picking with you in the chat.
yes, ma'am. Thank you. Other thing I want to talk about is, the difference. By me, I'm a veteran. I served this country. I got hurt serving this country. So I feel when I speak the way I speak, me being a veteran, done gave what it would willing have gave his life for this country. I have the right to speak about how I speak about. I ain't telling our
Right.
kids not to get jobs. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't telling them to sell drugs. Mainly I'm telling people to divorce from the system mentally first. Once we divorce from the system mentally, what I mean by mentally is basically not celebrate these holidays, and I ain't telling nobody to go against the government at all, because that would be suicide or homicide. But I feel like I have the right to speak against voting, speak against these religions, speak against, the pokey wokey. You know what I mean? I lost my daughter
Right.
to immunization in 2015. And I feel like it's my right to speak about that. But
Facts.
YouTube is censoring me because I speak about that. You know what I mean? I just wanted to let you know I never disrespect you. I ain't about disrespecting people on YouTube. If I do it to your face. You know what I mean? And even though I have a difference of opinion than you with the politics, I say, we shouldn't be voting at all. Non-participation is all I'm saying. Not go to war with them. Non-participation on the voting, on the holidays, on a lot of things, even the foods that they offer us. And I wasn't in the chat that day. I was asleep, so I've never disrespected you or Willie. I have the utmost respect for you or Willie, even though I may
Right. And
disagree.
you have a right to exercise your speech. Because I'm one for one, big dog. I'm like nobody telling me what I can't say and do. I take serious advantage of my freedom of speech. And if I know something's not wrong, not right, I'm gonna tell every millennial that I can, big dog. And I mean, if you feel like they shouldn't vote, then that's your, persuasion to them. And I don't, you know, come after you for that. I don't, because you have a right. That's your freedom of speech. But same
And
here with this
yes, ma'am.
teaching them, bringing them behind the doors, teaching them about squatting on land and
I
go
don't do
look in
none
the
of that.
land records and see if anybody's paying taxes on that land, you start paying taxes on it and then you'll own it. This is what they're teaching our young men, and they're all millennials getting arrested, squatting in people's houses. Like people could have a house that they, normally would rent out as an Airbnb, but then you have these Moors teaching them to go and look at that land, see if your ancestors was living there, and go pay the taxes and give them an eviction notice and move in. That's bad because you're going to get them killed. People are not playing no more when you come on their land. They are going to kill you. And that's what's eventually lately, for the most part, they've been getting the people evicted out, and they go to court or they get arrested. But there's going to be landlords that's tired of that, and you in their house thinking you live there, they're going to kill your ass. And that's what you asked for. And I hope that that person is fully exonerated for his land. It's not his fault. The government sold him the damn land. So you can properly do it. If this is a person that's on your family's original land that was taken by false taxes or whatever, you go to the government. You don't go in their house and squat there, because I would shoot you too. I would take you out, literally. And this is what's happening to these young men. So society has a bad outlook on our people. And these brothers that be up here that is bitter, that's my age, they're bitter. And every brown woman that has a decent life is a bitch. Like me, I'm the most popular bitch because I like the system and because I make it work for me. Yes. Do I suffer discrimination? Yes, I do. I am affected. I've been affected by discrimination all my life in corporate management, but I had to deal with it. But, it is what it is. Everything is not peaches and cream for me, but I just stay on and hang on in there. I got a few more years before I could retire. And I'm not going to have these brothers telling me, oh, because I voted for a white governor and a white president, I'm not racist in that manner. I'm not. I grew up in the North, and a lot of us, I'm very accustomed to working with white people. I'm not prejudiced. And because you're prejudiced and you don't like white people and you didn't have a good relationship, that hasn't been the story for me. A lot of white people did influence me and motivate me. So, am I to treat every white person mean because there's been one bad encounter? A lot of us have mulatto family members. A lot of us have white people that married into our families. Am I to treat them wrong and say the things that are taught on YouTube to them? Oh, I know you're my white uncle, or you married my cousin, but you originally came from a dog. You have lice. That's evil. That's mean. I don't like talking like that to people. Just like we have racist white people, we got racist black people. You got literally black people who just don't like white folks, and that's cool. But just because you don't like them, you're not going to make me not want to like them. So you get these punks that comes on Smoke Channel occasionally and call somebody like myself, oh, I had to bear that night. You vote sucking on the white man's, you know what? You're kissing the white man's butt. Because I have a job and I decided to work in my life and not do the things that you did in your life in the 90s. We the same age era. I decided I didn't want to be a part of selling drugs to harm my community. I don't like it because I don't like what it did to my family. So I'm a white kissing white man's ass by working for him. But yet you're bitter, drinking alcohol live, smoking the joint, and I'm the worst bitch in the world. That's fine. And you got women like that. And yes, I'm talking about Jackie Brown because she came after me. You a woman in my age era, but you talking to a bunch of millennials that are your kids' age on YouTube, tell them how you got 5 baby daddies. That's like real low class. You should be better encouraging them. But she got her freedom of speech. I ain't gonna knock it. But when you literally come after me, I'm gonna come back at you. And I don't care if you don't like it. And I don't care if nobody don't like it. But nobody's gonna change me and tell me who to embrace with. I picked Trump as my president. That's my right. You don't like it? Oh well, get over it. Is that destroying your life? You destroyed your own life. You on YouTube all fucking night. Get a job as a security guard, third shift. Y'all got it. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep moving and stand on my positive. I'm gonna stand. I ain't gonna allow these fools to take away my joy because they didn't give it to me in the first place. I like to work. I like to get up and go to work every day. I do. Call me a slave nigga, whatever you want on YouTube. That's fine. But I don't have to ask you to help me pay my bills or nothing. Yet you living on Section 8 benefits and still talking shit. Y'all got to, you got to leave me alone.
Yeah, I just wanted to come up and say give my respect. Like I said, you never seen anybody chat me disrespecting you, sister. That's all I wanted to say. Much love and respect to
I already
everybody
know
in the
that,
chat.
big dog,
Okay,
with you. I
okay.
already know that.
Appreciate that,
I
sister.
already know
Y'all
that.
have a good evening. I'll be in the chat. Thank you, sister Beth.
Yeah. But it is what I don't know, Brother Wolf. But that's how it was the other night for me. These two dudes attacked me that I don't even know. I don't know them. And I probably do know them, but they wouldn't turn their cameras on. I don't know
Yeah, it definitely wasn't me though.
them.
I know I was probably listening. I was probably listening, but I don't remember. Excuse me, because I had altercations last night with on OTK channel and Smoke channel last night. We were just going at it, you know what I'm saying? I was a little lit. I have to admit that, but that's the way it be sometimes, you know. But I don't come on these platforms very often, so just wanted to let you know, I respect for you too, also, and there's no hate on my side. There's never really be no hate because you always bring good information to me. You always have, you know. So I rock with you.
I appreciate that, Brother Wolf. I try. Generally, I don't hold YouTube segments just talking about people. I literally bring stuff that I find because I like researching. Okay. Yes, I agree that other folks were in YouTube teaching, the basics and, going further in ancient history. I get that. But just because I've been in YouTube since 2019 and I've been teaching ever since I got my channel, I worked my way up. And research is one of my stronger points. I like to research and I like to read. And when I find something strikingly interesting, I'll come on live and share it. And it is what it is. I do genealogy. I do people's genealogy. Only people who are not computer savvy. I do conduct genealogy services. That's part of my newspaper. And I've took a vacation from that, which I'm starting back up. I'm booked out to February with genealogy appointments and helping people find their ancestors, and other people are upset about it. People have skills, they don't want to use their skills. I find that a lot of our people don't want to work. They literally don't. So people like myself, oh, you are a white girl. I'm white and I'm brown as hell. You're ass kisser. I'm an ass kisser because I get up and go to work every day. I got to take care of myself. The way you take care of yourself and the way I take care of myself is just different. You live a hustle life, that's your choice. But don't knock my life just because you choose a hustle life. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here arguing. The anger and the hate is real in YouTube. But that's not gonna stop me from going to Smoke channel. I like Smoke as an individual. He's a nice brother. My own man likes him, and he's funny. He wins a lot of arguments, and I just think his style of debate and argument is just hilarious. And then you have his co-host, Superman. I think he brings light to the channel when he comes on there. I mean, they disagree with him a lot, but he's a good brother, and he works, and he has trades, and a lot of the way we see things alike a lot. Work, take a trade and work. But a lot of our brothers don't even want to take trades because they've been hustling for so long. I mean, hustling is a job, and you get tired from it to the point where you don't want to work and you don't want to take a trade up. But I mean, our young millennial men, they're in their 30s. They still have a chance to take a trade. But with positive enforcement, they won't do it. But as long as they're hanging on YouTube with negative niggas my age from the 90s that's influencing them in another direction, they're never going to want to take up a trade because they feel like they're too old. 32 is very young. I went and got my first master's when I was 32. So I know damn well if I can go to grad school full time and get my master's, my first master's, anybody could. I'm 58 now.
I was in my 40s, 42 to be exact.
Okay. So the dude that's 32, like Bap and them age, they still got a chance. But it's bad influences out there for these brothers.
No,
Bap is very intelligent. Very intelligent. Smoke is very intelligent. He's my era, though. That's why I watch his channel, because he's in my era. He's Generation X. And so is Superman. We're all Generation X. But when it's Millennial Day on this piano, it's Millennial Day. I sit back in the chat.
You're right. You can, as a people, we can accomplish what we want to accomplish. No matter how you start out, that don't even matter. You can come from dysfunction, but if you focus and push yourself to do other things, you can achieve it. That's fact.
To me,
Like I said,
education.
I did a master's degree at 40 something. And then I did 3 other certifications, 45, 46, and 47. I'll be
See?
60. I'll be 61 next month. So you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. But a lot of times our people don't know how do I get a higher education? It's simple. Go to whatever the school you want to go to and sit down and talk to one of them counselors, tell you exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
Exactly what
And
you need to do.
if they don't want to, there's trades. It's like
do a trade.
These 90s dudes that's trying to control them, these 90s dudes, and they be in their late 40s, trying to control these dudes, not influencing them to take up a trade. You're telling them not to. We got these 40 years, these Gen X dudes that's influencing them otherwise, if and not giving the millennial that didn't get a chance to experience the system. Well, see what the system has to offer you. Everything that they offer to the immigrant, they offer to you too. The immigrant that comes in to be a citizen, they are then they gain the inalienable rights, and you've been had them rights. So they just don't know, where do I go? I want to take up this particular trade to be an electrician or this or a plumber. What do I do? Does the state offer anything? But we got niggas telling them to pull away from the state, and those are opportunity that they're losing out on.
My actual trade when I came out the Navy is power plant operation. You know that I learned how to operate power plants when I was 19 years old.
Wow.
And that was my trade. That was my trade when I take care. I'm leaving this restaurant. That was my trade when I came out the service. I came out the service at 40, I believe. and so I could automatically go take the state test and get a job as a power plant operator. Gas
That with the
purse.
light company, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I got a childhood buddy that I was in like 8th grade with. He does that kind of work, and
yeah.
yeah,
That was my skill set: mechanical maintenance. I mean, maintenance and power plant operation.
yeah.
If I ever need to get desperate where I would have to go back to work and not work for myself, that's what I could go into. And it's because I chose. And it's because I chose a different path than everybody else. You know, people say, "Oh, don't go to the military. They put you on the front line." You know, niggas don't. They just our people just don't know. Man, I was telling a young boy this yesterday. Man, he trying to figure out what he does. Man, go to the Navy, man. Go do a little 4 years, get your little trade, come out. While you in the motherfucker, go to school so you can get your associates done. So when you come out, now you can use your Montgomery GI Bill and go to school. You feel me? If that's what you want to do, you can do anything that you wanted to. Our people, it's available. It's available. You can't say the white man don't want you to do this. Right? It's available for you. But you just don't know how to go into it to get what you want, and that's the problem. You know, I told you I walked away from Wright Patty Air Force Base. I'm here. I ain't scared to tell you where I'm. I live in Ohio. I walked away from Wright Patty Air Force Base to start my own business, and I've been working for myself for the last 4 years.
It feels good, huh?
Happier than a son bitch. I pick and choose what I want to do, and it ain't about the money. It ain't about the money. That's the whole damn thing. I laugh about it. I'm like, man, I'll just give a couple Twinkies and some ho hos. I'll be all right. Dunkin' Donuts.
See, that's what I'm trying to do, but I can't retire for another 4 years, man. And that seems like it's taking forever. I got the years in the state, but I don't have the age. Like I'm Gen X.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I mean, I like my job, but it is what it is. I can wait. I'm not trying to age fast anyway.
Yeah. No, I waited till I was 50. What was it? 57 and a half. I think it was 57 and a half. I just had enough. I was like, I had been going through them damn gates for 34 years. Going through on military installations for 34 years. I had enough. So I walked away from it. 23 years on active duty, 10 years civil service.
Wow.
So I was tired of that shit. I just got tired of it. And I get a little dirty. I still get a little dirty at 60 years old. And it don't bother me to get a little dirty because I'm doing what I want to do. I'm using the skill set that I developed, watch this, when I was 19 years old on active duty, doing maintenance.
Yeah, my life took a huge turn. Like back in like 2002. I wanted to be FBI, and life took a whole turn. I wanted to be FBI. I hurt myself really bad, and the doctor told me I would never be able to pass an agility test because I hurt myself in my neck, and that was just my career. So that's why I ended up, I have the degree in criminal justice, but I wanted to be FBI so bad. I mean, out undercover with like different identities, and I hurt myself, so it must have been meant for me not to go. But I was crime scene investigator fanatic, watching the ID channel, and oh man, he told me I would never pass the agility test. But there's other things I could have done in FBI, but I was just like disgusted because I wanted to be able to go to other countries and be undercover and all, and I just blew it. I hurt myself real bad caring for my dad who fell ill. So I'm like bumping. So that's how I ended up with the double bachelor's. I got the master's in the degree in legal studies and because I like law, and then the master's in social work. So it is what it is.
Right.
Hey, brother, well,
I'm gonna mute up. Y'all keep doing. I'm getting ready to get on this road, but I'm gonna mute up. I'm still in the chat, but I'm muting up until I get to the house.
Okay. All right, brother Wolf, what you say?
Yeah, I said I was basically saying the same thing. I got to hop down. I got to make a run to go pick somebody up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to get off anyway too. It's 2 hours. That's my limit. I don't be on all night. 2 hours is enough for me. I appreciate you coming over. I know I see you in Smoke Signal channel.
Yeah, no problem.
I always look forward to watching Smoke at night. It's just funny. I wish he stay his ass on his own panel. He always leaving his panel. I'm like, damn, the fun go. But then Superman come in and liven it up more. It'd be just so hilarious to me. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get on out of here too, bro. Wolf. I'm about to get myself out of here. Peace, y'all. Hey, y'all. All right. Take it easy, bro.
All right.
Hey, y'all, I'm out. I'm out of here, y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to watch Smoke Channel later. I know it's going to be funny. As always.
I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just so it's be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lights, slip and get up. Thinking about the bullshit, leading right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, quick tail catching up. Born into that trench mine, niggas had no straight mind. Only thing we know is break a bitch and push that bread line. Head be filled with crazy shit like shorty, had my head tied like bitch. You know you ain't coming to me about no bedtime. Ain't no keep it real, I really feel like the pressure is really on me. I know pressure is a bitch, but I don't let feelings control me. I know I've been getting cold and my niggas was flaking on me. So I had to bet some bitches at some parties. But don't blame me for it, don't blame me for it. I'm too cheap for it. Just watch me going, no brakes. Just keep top speed flowing. Bless me, test me, line me up. I know that I'm the next thing. Praying till don't catch me and arrest me. Hope that every night I make it in my best sleep. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just so it's be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just so it's be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lights, slip and get up. Even about the bullshit, leading right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, control catching up. Alright, I ain't resist, but don't take my chain. No, you can't search my shit. Know how it goes. These just praying that shit. Give me my chance before my grave is dig. Bless me.